This is going to be a continuation to my +1 versus Israeli carry video. A couple things I wanted to mention, a couple points I wanted to make throughout this video. Mostly just kind of respond to a lot of the comments and questions. First thing I want to say though, right off the bat, is that I'm not trying to promote Israeli carry or carry with no round in the chamber ready to go. Nor am I trying to put down +1 carry or carrying with a round ready to go. That's not my intention here. I'm just trying to get a couple facts across and some information and food for thought. That's all it is. A lot of people took it kind of personal. I don't know why, but some people thought it was almost a hit on them that if you do carry +1, it's a bad thing. That is definitely not the point I was trying to get across. +1 carry has a lot of benefits, and a lot of different shooting scenarios. You're better off with +1. However, some shooting scenarios you're better off without +1, in my opinion. And you can never predict what kind of situation you're going to be in. It's just the reason I carry without one in the chamber is because that's how I'm comfortable carrying. And I practice and I train in that exact way. It doesn't matter what kind of gun I'm going to be carrying. And I'm going to demonstrate that today. I will not carry +1. That is just my personal preference. If you do carry +1, all the power to you. You're a little bit more prepared, I guess you would say, than some other people if you train with it. It really all comes down to the training, guys. But I really want to stress the point that I'm not trying to go either way. I'm not trying to sway your minds. I'm not trying to, suggest you do one or the other. All I'm saying really is that whatever you're comfortable with, train with and be good at. And a lot of you guys already are. A lot of you guys have way more experience with guns than I do. And I do appreciate the comments and the suggestions, and a lot of people gave me different scenarios as to why +1's better. A lot of that stuff I already knew. It doesn't hurt to mention it anyway, and I do appreciate it. But just like I said, maybe I'm just being stubborn with this. I'm just more comfortable carrying Israeli style, or without a chamber in the round ready to go. That's just me. But again, I want to make that point and stress that point. I'm not trying to say one's better than the other. If you're good with what you do, that's all that matters. And I'm glad you're carrying a gun to help, protect the people and yourself. So that's pretty much it. This video is actually going to be me shooting a couple different ways. Now, the first video, I want to mention a couple things that happened. The first video, I was shooting a little bit slower than some people thought it might be. Some people were kind of impressed and said, "Whoa, that was pretty fast." But to be honest, people who train and have years and years of experience with guns, they are super fast. They get that gun out, drawn, and take a shot within a second. I have a lot more practicing to do. I'll be honest, I'm still very new to guns. However, I want to make a couple points here. In that first video, I was carrying concealed. I was carrying in the waistbands, okay, and I had a large shirt over it, okay. So drawing the gun's a little bit different. Today, I'm going to be doing some open carry. I'm going to show you me shooting in different scenarios with the gun openly carried, okay, so you can see it on my side, as if maybe an officer would do, with open carry. But again, the first video, speed was affected because I was carrying, I guess deeply concealed inside the waistband holster with a garment over it. In this case, it was just I think it was a collared shirt or a t-shirt or something. And, that does affect your speed. You're not going to be as fast. However, most of the time, I do carry concealed. I like the fact that no one really knows I have a gun. I wear kind of loose clothing, so it doesn't really print that well. You can't really tell. If you didn't know, you probably wouldn't recognize it. But anyway, in this video, I'm going to show you a couple different demonstrations with a Glock 17 as well as a 1911. Now, the first demonstration I want to show you is with this Glock 17 right here and this open carry holster. Okay, this was actually a police officer's duty holster for many years. I got this in a trade for a couple knives. When I first got into guns and I got my Glock 17, I got this holster. Like I said, this was a duty holster. It was a police officer. I'm not going to mention what state, but he had carried this for several years. And this is a paddle holster, and this has retention. The holster itself retains the gun, okay, so there's friction. The gun's not going to, it's not strapped or anything. It's not going to fall out. There's a lot of retention here, really good retention. And on top of that, there's also a retention strap on top, a thumb strap. Okay, so there is no way this gun's coming out if you don't want it to come out. Now again, having not only the retention in the sheath, or excuse me, the holster, but also having a thumb strap here, okay, it's going to also slow down the process of drawing and firing the gun. However, there's always a flip side to that. The gun is definitely retained in the holster. Okay, a bad guy's not going to get a hold of this, especially if you're a trained police officer, and of course you have different retention techniques, which they train very thoroughly in. But anyway, the first little demo is going to be open carry on my side, clearly visible, but with a retained holster. So let's get to it, see what that looks like. Put the gun down!
Put the gun down!
But this time with a round in the chamber +1. Put the gun down!
Put the gun down!
So we look just like this. Now, I have, let's see, I have one shot left, okay, in the magazine, and I have one in the pipe ready to go. Now I put the safety on, okay, because now this is how most people who carry 1911s, they would carry it like this. I mean, not with one round, but they would have a full magazine, okay, one in the chamber, they would have the hammer cocked back, and of course they would have their safety on. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to draw the gun, I'm going to have to put the safety off before I fire. Okay, so this is how most people carry their 1911s. And I'll demonstrate that. Again, I only have 2 shots here, but it's enough for demonstration purposes. Alright guys, well, I hope you enjoyed the video here. It's kind of an extension of the other one. Want to get some points across here. You know, in the end, if you carry your gun, it's your responsibility to be good with it. I don't care what kind of gun you like. Maybe you like Glocks, maybe you don't. Totally fine. You like 1911s, you like Derringers. Doesn't matter to me. If you carry a gun, like I said, it's your responsibility not only to yourself and your family, but to the public that you're good with it. So if you're good with +1 carry and you're safe with it, all the power to you. I think that's awesome. You do have a lot of advantages over, you know, not carrying +1. You know, I just, for peace of mind, you know, I don't carry +1, but that's just a personal choice, and I'm not trying to push that on people. Just want to get that point across. Whatever you're good with, you go that route. You know, that's what's going to be best for you. So that's pretty much it. It's the only point I really wanted to get across throughout this video. I'm not biased towards a specific gun or a specific type of carry. I think if you're into guns and you have guns and you know you're using your freedoms here in America or elsewhere, I think that's great. You know, so that's it. Just want to make this video again, kind of point out some of the things, answer some of the questions and comments from the old video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had fun making it, of course. It's always good to get a little more shooting time on my hands. So I did. I had a great time. So anyway, thanks for watching. I always appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.